Okay, shall we wait for participants or shall we get started right away?
We can start, they can watch later.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I believe to the audience of Dr. Maria, for the first time, I'll be on this live session. And obviously, everybody knows about you. I will be quickly getting started with my own brief introduction and how I ended up here itself. So
Yes,
let me get started with that. I'm Vivek. I'm also part of Brown Box Technologies, who takes care of growth as well as the scaling up the products as well as in the software industry. So somehow, while I was researching about some of the prominent figures in the insurance industry, in the fintech industry, I somehow stumbled upon you via your books as well as your live sessions. So that's how we ended up having the question. And thank you for allowing me. Thank you for letting me ask all the random questions. And from there itself, it came to a idea like, if I'm asking the question, obviously there will be many more people who will be having same kind of questions. So rather than getting into technical details, I want to understand more about this sector so that many Indians who may have the questions, who are in India, maybe abroad, they will be having certain question, but we will keep the topic specific to the insurance aspect, but very limited to certain aspect. Not the important things are there, but we will get started right away, like life insurance as well as health insurance. These are the basic starting point for me as well as for other audience of yours. Okay,
okay,
so
thank you for actually taking this initiative, which will definitely help all our audience and quite a lot of audience as well. So thank you so much for joining in and like asking all these questions. Please go ahead.
sure. See, when I get started, like our initial wisdom starts from our parents or maybe our relatives and all, but it is completely new arena. Like, should we go ahead with a finance professional? So this is a new thing. So you need to ask the right professional. So that's why I will get started with that. So can we get started from the very basic, like the different types of insurance? Okay, just
Yes.
quickly, briefly go through that. Like, assume that I'm the completely new person. After my parents, after my friends, after my colleagues, I'm asking you, the professional.
Yes. Vivek, that was a good question because in India or abroad, there are lot of insurances which is available. So basically, we can normally people are normally known for know this life insurance. Okay, that is the
Okay.
basic concept and which is safeguard our wealth, our dreams. Okay, through the life insurance. Then, when it comes to the health insurance, that is also another important aspect of insurance. There's a one type of insurance. Why people are really going for health insurance? Of course, as you know that you may have created a wealth so far. Maybe you are working say, quite a long time, right? But now, what will happen? Imagine if you are not having any health insurance. If there is any medical expenses, if there is any accidental case, if there is any hospitalization, definitely what will happen is whatever the money you have saved, that you have to put for the hospitalization. So that is one kind of a health insurance which will protect your existing wealth. Okay, next, when it comes to the vehicle insurance, that everyone commonly known, normally they will not do
Yeah.
it for their cause. What they will do is normally they will do it for the cops. In a sense, if you go in between,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
if the cops are catching you and they are checking all of your license and like insurance copy, like then pollution testing copy, everything they will check, right? So for that reason, normally people will do health insurance, but very people are aware about what actually cover in health insurance, what we have to cover in in vehicle insurance. Okay, so that is another kind of a insurance. Similarly, there is another like home insurance. Lot of people are having their own home. They build that home with the dreams. Okay, this is a lot of interiors they are doing. Lot of electrical items, high end electrical items are there. But one small short circuit can take away all the wealth or like all the designs, whatever you have inside. So that is your dreams, right? Okay, this is the
Right.
things you should have. This is an electronic item you should have. This is the interior you should have. So those things will also carried away with that one short circuit or maybe other calamities. So at this
Yeah.
point, home insurance will help. Then another very important aspect insurance you should know, that is accidental insurance, where accidental
Okay.
insurance is majority of the people ignore it. Some people say that I've already taken as a rider in my term insurance. Some people say that anyway accidental hospitalization will cover in health insurance, but what I recommend, if you take separate, accidental insurance will cover a disability, permanent total
Okay.
disability, partial total disability. So these are the things which is covering in that. Maybe we can discuss about that later. And for
Yeah.
entrepreneurs, there are other kind of insurance like keyman insurance. If he is a key man in that company, and we can give him as a term insurance, so that if there is any unfortunate event, if that key man is not there, then that company to survive is very difficult, maybe for next 6 months till they hire another person. So that money whichever comes, that will help them to recover their losses, all those kind of a thing. And usually know, like when you are working in company, you are getting a group health insurance. Some companies are giving group term insurance for the employees as well. That is coming under
Okay.
group insurance. These are the commonly known insurances. I think everyone should know about it.
Yeah, thank you so much for like briefly explaining so many things. But I will be asking few more questions because while having answers from your side, multiple things came to my mind. So on top of that, shall I continue with the next
Yes,
question?
yes, yes, of
Sure.
course.
So basically, I do understand what are the insurance available. I do understand it is going to help us, have, making sure our finances are taken care of, specifically in terms of emergency. Everything is related to emergency. Now, I do understand the importance of that. So let's say if I am into a market, obviously I have taken certain insurance as well. Let's say some of the audiences who are getting into this, they are fresher, they recently got hired, and they want to secure their life because uncertainty. So let's say if I want to get started with the first one, the life insurance aspect. So how do I choose the best life insurance? And what like
Yeah, it's a very good question. Okay, normally what people will do, Google, go and Google it, and they will just find some
yeah.
answer. That may be correct, that may not be correct as well. Because what is the prompt they are putting, or what is the message they are putting, it depends upon that shows. But when you really want to select a right, what you can say that life insurance, the very important thing you should know is whether it is really required for you or not. Because normally what
Okay.
people think about life insurance is endowment plans, money back plans, ULIP plans. Actually, life insurance, which everyone should have, especially the earning member, they should have is a term insurance, where the term
Okay.
insurance is having a very less premium, and you can have a huge coverage. Many people
Mhm.
doesn't know about that. Normally, people have a wrong thinking, saying that if you take a term insurance, what will happen is, they say that only on death your nominee will get. What is the use of having that insurance? Because when जीते जी अब तो कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, तो मरने के
Okay.
बाद क्या फायदा? So this concept
Okay.
wrongly put into people's mind, and they will think that okay, when I have, I should have. So that is the reason I will go for endowment plans. But if you see in endowment plans, they are mixing investment and insurance. So that is a
Okay.
mixture. So you can why insurance? By the way, insurance is for protection. So that
Okay.
means you should know that okay, this is only for protection. First, I have to protect myself, my family. Any unfortunate
Okay.
event there, because I'm a earning member. Tomorrow, if I am not there, of course, my family is on road because they are totally depending upon my income. Maybe a EMI,
Right.
children's education, or your dreams, children's dreams. What all things is there? It will not helpful to continue, right? So that is the reason. So important thing, if you are a earning member, first think about your family, your dreams, your loans, whatever you have liabilities and all. That has to be taken care in your absence. So please take term insurance. That is a must insurance earning member should have. Okay, so that is other all things is a mixture. So you if you are thinking about investment, there are a lot of other investment options are there. which is giving power of compounding, you can go for that. So that is my like important thing which I wanted to share.
So basically, the segregation should be there, because even I have seen like multiple ads are there. Like even the agents, like say from the traditional knowledge, like the traditional knowledge from your uncle and aunt who are in the insurance field, they will tell you that okay, fine, this is the plan. You need to get more premium or maybe something like that. But the focus is obviously to safeguard your family and then only go ahead. Thank you so much
Yes.
for like putting it out. Like it's not like just the investment aspect. The insurance is for the safety purpose.
Yes.
So, while listening to you, like what, let's say if I have to take care of my liabilities, but the thing is that I don't know what will happen. If let's say if I die, then what? How can I ensure that my family is safe? I'm a married person, but I want to safeguard. Let's say there will be certain situation. My parents will be there. My wife's parents will be there. There will be certainly liabilities. Obviously, she will be taking care of everyone. But on top of that, let's say if I die, how do I calculate the amount of insurance that I need?
Okay, that is a very good question. People doesn't know about that normally. So normally, like some advisors will give a thumb rule. Okay, thumb rule is not the actual rule. Normally, thumb rule
Okay.
what says either you should have 10 times of your annual income, or some say 20 times of your annual income. Okay.
Okay.
So what is my takeaway is what I learned in my CWM, that is you have to do a need based analysis. Now, what is the meaning
Okay.
of need based analysis? It's a need, right? So you have to take care all of your needs when you are not there. Now, what is the meaning of
Okay.
need? First, you have to take care of your outstanding liabilities. Now, what is the outstanding
Okay.
liability? Maybe you have taken 1 crore loan. That is your outstanding liability. And we don't know when the death will come, right? That is uncertain. Nobody
Mm.
knows. Okay. What if tomorrow something happened and you have a 1 crore loan? Who has to pay that? So your family
Okay.
has to pay that. Maybe you have some personal loans. Okay, you have taken some personal loan, vehicle loan. You have to first calculate all the loans. That is your outstanding liability. Okay. Apart from that, you have to consider a funeral cost also. That is also immediate outstanding liability. Many people doesn't know about it. See, maybe you have seen during COVID when there was no money, people were in mess actually. People have lost their money. People have lost the bread earner. Some people have not even gone to see the person. So they have done. Maybe the reason was something. Maybe some people doesn't have money. See, maybe you are having your wish like my funeral should be like this. So you for
Okay.
each caste nowadays for funeral also there is a cost. Maybe it is
Okay.
1 lakh rupee, 2 lakh rupee for all the next rituals, all those kind of a thing. They have to invite people. That imagine that you have not made any arrangement for that. Whether your family is going to do that, because anyway they normally
That's
happens. I'm not saying that everyone will do. Okay, they say that anyway person is not there, he has left us in the loan, why should I pay from my pocket and take another loan to do his antim kriya, right? So that is the reason you may be knowing, okay, this is the cost, so you can consider that as well. Next, the future value of your dreams, like maybe you have a small children. Okay, now you have
okay.
imagined that, okay, forget about the higher education, you have to give the basic education to them, maybe till 12th or maybe till degree. Okay, you wanted to give a education at that time. What will happen? There is a cost. Maybe at present you may have 10 lakh rupees cost for the degree. Okay, maybe after 10 years your children may be very small. After 10 or
Okay.
15 years, that may, even if you take a 10% inflation about education, that may be end up by like maybe 20 lakh or 30 lakh rupees. We have to calculate that. You have to calculate for each of your dreams, your children's education, the basic education, at least what is the future value. You should have that much of money, right? So that at least you
Mm.
have to know that, okay, if I have this much of money and if they have invested that money for over a period of time, they need not to worry for about their future education. So that is another thing. So next, if you are having any dependents, that either one is your children, maybe your parents, or you have to do something for them, right? Because they have given their life to give you a education. Majority of the people say that I'm earning now, my parents are also earning, why should I take a life insurance? Okay, I am not
Okay.
having any liabilities or dependents. Parents are your dependents. They have not
That's
even planned for their retirement, and they have given all of their money to your education. So now it is your responsibility to give them a good life, because they may not have
that's
created anything for themselves. So that is your they are also dependent. They may say, no, Vivek, you don't do anything for me, I'm okay. But it is your responsibility to do at least something for them. So you have to calculate that as well. Now if you have a spouse, if your spouse is earning, you have to calculate in this way. What is the, maybe she may live till 85, okay, till
okay.
85 she is having some of the expenses. So you have to calculate that as well. And if she is earning at present, what may be the, you have to deduct that later. What is the future value of her earnings? But you have to calculate the future cost of her like entire life. So then you have to
Yeah.
total it. And then if you have any existing insurance, maybe you have taken maybe a 50 lakh coverage so far. Or maybe if your wife is working, and if she continues to work, what is the value of that? Okay, so that you have to deduct, and then you will get one figure that is called as a outstanding liability. That is the actual amount you should consider. That is very important. Otherwise, normally say 10 times le lo, 20 times le lo. No, that is not the.
To be to be honest, the way you have explained it, it is, to be honest, that 10 times, 20 times is a real failure, and everybody will fail in all of this aspect. And
Yes.
that's why I believe proper financial planning. I believe I will suggest it, like maybe there will be some possibility of creating a tool out of this, and just to calculate what is the the insurance, like the sorry, the term insurance amount that we can provide.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we can build
normally,
a software product out of that. But
yeah,
to be
definitely.
honest,
We normally
yeah, but
provide, because when I was taking a boot camp and all, I was giving this
uh,
access sheet to my paid members actually.
okay,
And they
okay.
used to calculate, okay, what is the amount they actually require. Some majority of the people came up with, oh, this is the deficit. I have to take care of additional life insurance actually.
That's really nice incentive to be part of that boot camp then, obviously, because just this is small aspect. Because when you were explaining, I realized, damn, I have to take care of all of these aspects. I have to take care of the inflation. I have to take care of the further liabilities. Even if one more child is there, then again more liability. And obviously, I have to take care of my parents as well. Not only just parents, but my spouse's parents as well. So that's, everything has to be taken care of.
Yes,
Yeah, it's very. I would like to like know more about the bootcamp, but we will definitely get started later.
yes.
And yeah, that's really, thank you so much for like putting it out, and it was very well laid out.
Okay,
Okay,
my
so
pleasure.
again, on top of that, like the term insurance is there. Again, to secure my family, obviously, I'll be concerned about the health insurance, because previously the cost was pretty minimal. We used to go to our normal, general physician who were like known to our family. But now things are pretty different. You have to travel multiple cities. So even some people are traveling abroad as well. Can you explain, like, how do I select, let's say, what will be the ideal solution? I won't say the best one, the ideal health insurance for me or anyone who wants to get started with that.
Okay, the very important aspect when it comes to health insurance is, as you said, there is a inflation. Okay, earlier the cost
Okay.
was less, and earlier the people were living at lesser period. In the sense, like if you take your grandparents or like parents kind
Mhm.
of a thing, they were living only 60, 65, or maximum 70. But
Right.
today the diseases are increasing because of the stress, because of the lifestyle, because of no not having a time. And people really don't have time, because you may be knowing you are working in a
Right.
MNC company or like a big company, corporate and all. You may be knowing there is no time, and you can't even give time to yourself, maybe for going a gym or like doing some exercises and all. So what will happen is there is no healthy food also. Like you are eating in a hurry,
That's
like
true.
you are everything and all those, homely food. So because of this is the one reason. Second one, people are aware that not only in India, even in abroad, the people are getting a very good, what you can say that insurance, not forget about insurance, the treatment. When it comes to the
Okay.
treatment, they are getting. And if you go to abroad, people are some people know that India is the best for giving a treatment. Okay, and
Yes.
abroad that is very costly, because I have a lot of
Mm.
NRI clients where NRI clients has taken, because I advise them to take one insurance if they are belongs to India. They should have one insurance, because I've seen majority of the people. Recently, one lady from Kuwait, like, she came to India, she has taken treatment and she went back. Okay, so the problem is, they are one, they don't know exactly the treatment cost, and maybe they are
Right.
don't know, like, they cannot trust sometimes. But here,
Uh-huh.
when it comes, like, you can take a treatment with your own doctor, or maybe with the good hospitals, where the advanced technology, everything is there, so the cost automatically increase. And normally people have a wrong assumption again when it comes to here. They say that 7% is the inflation, but if you just calculate a medical inflation, it is 14%.
Okay.
14% inflation have in medical. So you have to prepare for that. And a very important aspect, when you take a health insurance, you have to consider your age. Because in life insurance, it doesn't, like, of course the premium depend upon your age, but when it
Mm, yeah.
comes to health insurance, as in when age is increasing, your chances of increasing the diseases as well, because of the lifestyle. Maybe if you know
Mm.
that there are people at the age of 30, 36 getting a heart attack, getting cancer, getting a kidney replacement. I have a lot of examples like this. People have
Mm.
went through that. At the age of 30, 34, 35, 36, people are getting BP, sugar. It is common nowadays. Okay, because
Yeah.
it is not only about BP and sugar. It is because of BP. There are a lot of other things which is related. And when it comes to health insurance, if you have a BP or sugar, BP and sugar related things which is considered as a pre-existing disease, and that will not cover. Majority of the people doesn't know about that. Or maybe it will cover after a waiting period. Okay, we will discuss about that, but depend upon your lifestyle, your city where
Mhm.
you are living in, or if something happens tomorrow, you may be having idea that where I have to go, which hospital I have to go. You just figure it out that, and depend upon the age,
Okay.
and depend upon the existing lifestyle, or maybe your hereditary problems. Maybe parents may be having a BP, sugar, and all. It is not mandatory that it has to get to the children, but there is a tendency saying that it is a hereditary problem. Okay, depending upon these things, you have to consider the coverage. How much coverage I should have? Is it only 2 lakh is enough? Of course no. I can say that every family should have minimum 10 lakh rupees, because even if you go for one small surgery today, 3 lakh 4 lakh rupees is a bill. Okay, yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough. So one thing, the key point that came to my mind, like obviously inflation is there, but when you told me about the medical inflation for the medical charges, that is way beyond. Like it is like more than, it could be more than 20%. That's the
Yeah.
reality. And if you select a certain kind of like accidental hospital aspect, let's say you got into accident in some metro city, and obviously they will take you to some, maybe even in airport, so they will take you some very high charge hospital, and they, that may be covered, that may not be covered, right?
Yes.
So okay, fair enough. So that's really concerning and eye opening, to be honest. So
Yes. Thank you.
so moving forward, like let's say again, I know, like, okay, I have to take the health insurance. Okay. That is the requirement. I have to take the certain amount is there. But let's say everybody will be having different kind of requirement. Some could be married, some could be unmarried, some could be having children, some could be having dependents, some could be having. So can you, it is, I know it's a personalized thing. So finance is very personal until unless you get some consultation from professional like you, then obviously it doesn't make sense to provide it. But can you give it just a gist of, like, let's say, rather than going to some like online Google and searching for the policies and all, what are the criteria, like let's say, for making my initial decision? Okay, fine, this is the right one, should I go ahead, or how do I think like this is the right policy for me? What is
Oh,
the criteria, like I don't mess it up? So what you
correct,
think?
correct. So there are, when it comes to the health insurance, there are different kinds of health insurance. Actually,
Okay.
first you can say that individual insurance. If you are about 18, okay, and if you are above 50, 25 also, but you are alone, like you don't want to mix
Okay.
up your policy with your parents. then you can go for
Mm.
an individual insurance. For you alone,
Okay.
you can take that. If imagine that there are small children, like you are married and maybe tomorrow you may be having a children, right? Or maybe there is
Okay.
a small family which is having two children. Then you can go again. You can select two policies there: one floater policy, one multi-individual policy. Now, what is the meaning of floater? You imagine that you have taken 10 lakh coverage for the
Okay.
entire four members for a year. That is 10 lakh
Okay.
coverage. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose imagine that if your children, see, some companies they are giving like this, like even for children they are giving multi-individual. Even for above there is multi above 18 only. Some companies will consider as a multi-individual. You have to check with the company. That is very important. If you get a multi-individual, it is always better because you are getting 10 lakh. Imagine that 10 lakh rupees coverage. So 10 lakh coverage for each family members. And what would be the premium difference? That may be very less. That may be like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 rupees may come in the entire premium. But individually, every people are getting individual coverage. Individually, they will
Okay.
get a no claim bonus. Individually, they will get a restoration benefit. All these
Okay.
things, additional benefit, they are getting individually. But policy is one, but that is considered as a multi. Third important thing is senior citizens. Maybe nowadays there are majority of the companies are giving even for senior citizen without co-payment. Earlier there was a case like if you are above 61, when you are taking a policy, you cannot take any other policy except the senior citizen policy. Now what will happen in
Okay.
senior citizen policy? There is an option called co-payment. Okay, a co-payment means what? Like even if you have a 10 lakh coverage and if the option is 20% co-payment, 20% means if the bill is 5 lakh rupees, you have to pay 20% from your pocket. That is a concept of co-payment. 20% means how
Okay.
much? It is like 1 lakh rupee. Imagine your bill is 25 lakh rupees. Then 20% means 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so 5 lakh you have to pay for that. So just avoid that co-payment because now companies are
Okay.
came up with like a lot of insurances which is even for the senior citizen you are getting without co-payment. And earlier there was a limit up to only 75 they can take, means entry age. After taking that you
Okay.
can continue till 100 also. But today there is no barrier. Okay, there are some companies which are giving you like even above 75 also they will give you a coverage if you are about to pay the premium. Of course the premium will be higher. So depend upon
Sure.
these things. And there are some critical illnesses. For example, some people are already taking an insulin, a diabetic and taking an insulin.
Okay.
Normally people companies will avoid that. Okay, they some companies may say that okay we are not giving any insurance. Some people are already had a stunt or bypass surgery. Some people already had a
Mm.
cancer. Okay, that is all critical illnesses. So that time, or maybe a kidney failure, okay, one kidney removed, such kind of a thing. Then normally they will not give you the normal plan, individual or floater, whatever it may be. Some companies have a specified plan, maybe like for heart related, maybe a care heart, like a heart, something like that, or care freedom,
Mhm.
something like that. Maybe a different name they will give for the specific diseases. And those people, of course, they will get a insurance. That is a very good
Mm.
thing, but there is a sublimits. There is some limitations. But of course it is good to have one because it is not only about cancer or heart problem. It may something else also. There may be accidental hospitalization, there may be other diseases, dengue, malaria, covid, such kind of a thing. All those things will cover with that. So that is called as a specific disease related insurances. And another thing is group insurance. Majority of the people ignore this. They are getting a corporate group insurance and they think that okay
Okay.
I am covered, so I don't want any other thing. But for all the working professionals who are getting group insurance, my humble request with you all is please take one separate individual insurance. Why? The reason is you don't know when you are leaving the job. Second, why? Because your boss has not given you in writing saying that till you leave, I will give you the
Okay.
job as well as I will give you the insurance. Because that is the customized plan which they have done. Various reasons. Tomorrow, today they may give you. Next year, that is not obligation. Next year, they may say that, okay, I don't want to give. So what you have to do? You have to take separate. God forbidden at that time if there is any major critical illnesses. And if the company you want, but company says no, I don't give, then what you will do? Nowhere, you will not get anywhere. So at that time, it's always I suggest people take health or term insurance when you are young and healthy. Very important.
Okay.
Now, normally people say that I'm healthy now. I don't require now. But what if tomorrow? When you require at that time, nobody will give. So you have to secure yourself first. So even though you are healthy, consider this is an expense. And majority
Mm.
yesterday also I was in a part of Senior Citizens Association, and I was giving
Okay.
how to do the financial planning or retirement planning for the senior citizen. Some people came and said that they said that I paid so much of premium for so many years, but I have not covered. I said it's good because you are healthy. What is the meaning of you have to get a claim? You have to get a claim means you have to be hospitalized. This is the wrong concept people are having that I paid 20 years, I didn't claim. That means you want to claim. Now, you want to claim means you have to be hospitalized. Do you want to be hospitalized and claim that, or do you want to let it go? But for the protection you have to have, you if you feel something like that, you think that whatever the premium you paid, no, you have given for charity. Somebody else is
Okay.
using your money, but when you want, somebody's money is helping you. That's the basic concept of
That's true.
insurance. Everyone
So
should have.
that's how insurance works, right?
Yeah,
That's beautifully put it out. So that's really a good concern that you have put it into very beautiful word, which insurance, like, the concept, although it's not related to the insurance aspect, the manifestation aspect, the more you want it, it certainly happens. So
correct,
stop expecting that I want a return, because returns is going to be very costly affair. Like, we don't
correct,
want anyone to be in hospital. We don't want to be, everybody stay safe. Okay.
correct.
So that's a good thing. And stop manifesting that I want a return, or specifically for insurance. Just focus on put the money, forget, stay healthy. That's a
Yes,
good answer.
yeah,
Okay. Sure, sure, sure. And uh, there are a couple of questions like from our viewers from YouTube. I believe we
yes,
can cover that as well.
yeah, yeah, of
So
course.
first, first one is from Prabhakar. Believe like
Yeah.
he is asking up to what age term insurance is required.
That is a very good question. Okay, I said everyone, every earning member should have a term insurance. But till
Yeah.
what age? Because it is very important thing that till your family have a
Mm.
dependency on you, you have to
Okay.
cover. It may be imagine that you have married early and you have a grown up children, and maybe at the age of when you become like 60, all of your responsibilities is done. You have enough investments for taking care of your wife's lifetime expectancy, or like you may be having enough money, and you have already secured yourself, and you know that your family members are also secured. Their education has already taken care, they have done their marriage, and everyone is settled now, and there is no loan, then you doesn't require any term insurance specifically. Okay, so
Okay.
till you have your family have a dependency on you, you should cover. Some people it may be like 75, because some people are marrying late. Okay, maybe they are marrying at the
Mm.
age of 40. Then maybe if they have a children, maybe if the children become grown up, it will be like more than 65 at that time. Maybe they are
Okay.
taking a loan after that. Okay, their loan is not covered yet. So that means it depends upon. That is why it's always personalized. But I'm simple answer, till you or family is dependent upon you, you should cover.
Yeah. So there could be a chances like, let's say somebody have invested enough, they can stop taking like insurance even at the earlier age, right? Like,
Yes, yes.
is that is a
Yeah, yeah,
possibility, right?
correct. Because they already planned, they manage their money, and they have enough money to taking care. Because why we are taking the insurance, specifically
Hmm.
term insurance. If
Yeah.
suppose something happened to me tomorrow and my family is dependent upon that, in my absence, they should not be on road. They should not
Mm.
be on a debt trap tomorrow because of the
Okay.
debt which I have taken. They should not sell the existing property to complete
Okay.
their dreams, to fulfill their dreams. So that is the reason we are taking a term insurance. Yeah.
There is one more notion related to this. Why I'm asking is like some people take this as an investment. Like, let's say they take it like, if I die early age, or if I die at the late age. So they are paying certain amount, and after death, they consider this as an investment, like even after death as well. So very for very little amount, they are getting money. So what is your take on this?
See, there are a lot of insurances, life insurances like money back
Yeah.
plan, or like ULIP plan, or like what are the other things? Okay, endowment plans. Okay, different type of, and they will give a
Hmm.
different things actually. Each companies have their own policy to bring up
Sure.
different types of policy and tell the people, okay, invest here, you are getting a guaranteed return kind of a thing and all. If you just calculate, you are paying the money. What they are doing, they are taking that money and they are investing somewhere. And after
Right.
15 or after 20 year, in, especially in money back plan and all, they are giving your money back with just some additional money. Instead
Okay.
of that, if you can keep the same money in mutual fund,
Mhm.
or there are some secured, like you can say for long term, like mutual fund is the best always, right? For long term goals. So if you invest there, you will get the power of compounding and you will get more than return than what you are expecting. So normally people
Sure.
will not realize when they take. When they realize is after 20 years when they get the value, right? So they'll say,
Okay.
really? Is it only this much which I got? I paid that much of money already and I'm getting. But what is the tag name they are giving? If something happens, your family will get. But how much you will get? Imagine, I'll give you a simple example. You're paying 1 lakh rupee premium
Mm.
for a endowment plan. You're paying
Okay.
10 years, okay, and or like 20 years. And after 20 years, you may get 20, 30 lakh rupees or like 40 lakh. Just imagine double the money which you have paid.
Sure.
But after 20 years, is that 40 lakh is having any value? After 20
No,
years.
that no,
Definitely
that will not
no.
make
Okay,
sense.
at that time it is a small amount. So that is a misconception people are having. And when it comes to ULIP, okay, unit linked insurance plan, people are paying. I have seen 5 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees, and all. So what will happen is, of course, they say that I will get a huge coverage. If you pay 10 lakh
Okay.
rupees, get 10 times of that. That is 1 crore coverage. But you paid 10 lakh and you got 1 lakh coverage, 1 crore coverage. So,
Okay.
and what they say, my money is also growing. Okay, of course, there are some ULIP plans has given very good returns also. I'm not denying that. But
Okay.
there are a lot of charges, mortality charges. There are like what is that? Administrative charges, and like there are a lot of kind of charges are there. Just Google and see that lot of charges are there. Why you are
Okay.
paying that charges, fund management charges and all there, and mixing both? Instead, what you can do, maybe pay 1 lakh rupee, for example, 1 lakh rupee, maybe for your age, maybe you can get 3 to 4 crore coverage. Okay, if you are
Sure.
paying one, just I'm giving an example. Okay, and the rest of the money, 9 lakh rupee, whatever you have, which you have paid in a ULIP plan, you just invest that direct equity, direct equity in the sense you can buy some of the good stocks for a longer term. You can invest the same money by dividing monthly. You can do a SIP. And after 20 years, you may get much more than that, because anyway, 20 years is a huge, big, like a long period, right? A long term it is. So you will get a lot
Right.
of more than that power of compounding there, where you can keep insurance separate, investment separate. So that is a very important aspect they have to consider. And in simple, if I tell, if you are, because recently I have calculated, I have done one Excel sheet, okay, and
Okay.
there I told like people, if you are the 30-year-old, even if you
Mm.
pay like 12,000 to consider 15,000, you have taken a
Yeah.
coverage up to 65 and you are paying a regular premium, you will get 1 crore coverage for 15,000,
Okay.
1 coverage. Okay, imagine.
Okay.
But if you pay 15,000 rupees in endowment plan, maximum you will get 1.5 lakh, or take consider 20 times, 3 lakh rupees coverage.
That's
Which one
that's
you
that's
want?
way too
Pay
less.
15,000 rupees. See, anyway, when you will get it is after death only, right? Your nominee will get
Mm.
after death only. Okay, but you are
Okay.
taking 15,000, paying 15,000 and getting 1 crore. You are paying 15,000 and getting maybe 3 lakh rupees. Which one is better? So that option is left to you. Which one? You
Right.
should be a wise when it comes to your money.
Exactly. That's really that's very insightful, to be honest, because this notion of investment should be like completely, even I'm against that. Insurance is insurance, not an investment option.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I
let's move
want to
on to another question.
aspect there. Specifically, there are a lot of people who are considering EFD is the best option, right? EFD
Okay.
because money is safe, but when it comes to EFD, also there is only 5 lakh coverage is there. But we will cover all these points in some other thing. But which I want to tell you here is,
Mm,
the people maybe are higher age, 50, 55 plus and all, and they
mhm,
don't want to take too much of risk in mutual funds, stocks, and all kind of a thing. But instead of keeping that money in FD, whereas you are getting just maybe a 5%, 6% rate of return, okay, and
mhm,
that too not guaranteed. After 5 years, after the maturity is done, like again, you may end up by getting only 3% or 4%
mm,
rate of return. Instead of that, instead of keeping all of your money in risk, see, normally in investment, there are two options: one, debt, and second one is equity. Equity means like for long term, always you have to prefer equity. But
mhm,
for short term or like maybe some of the kind of thing, people prefer to keep in debt. In that debt fund, maybe they can consider as a guaranteed return plan, which some plan are
okay.
giving, like which is an alternative for FD. I'm not giving as a
Okay.
best. I am telling
Okay.
that alternative investment for EFD. So where you can take a guaranteed return plans where they say that till next 40 year we are giving the same 7% rate of return, which is far better than EFD because there is a lower interest later. But here, which is a same return till next, again one additional coverage you will get, but in FD you will not get the coverage. And like joint life also you can take, even if there is a death of one person and the wife is there, wife is also getting the same pension or the same guaranteed return later. So again, I'm
Okay.
requesting, don't mistake. It is only a alternative for EFTs. And again, I say my community member like this. So when you get a guaranteed return, there's a best plan. Every year or every month, you are getting a guaranteed return. There are some plans which is giving immediately after the next month also. There are some plans which is giving every year. You pay today and next year itself you are getting a guaranteed return and it will continue. What you can, how you can be a wise, like you can take that money anyway, you don't want it now because you're not retired but you are just invested and
Mhm.
invest in a mutual fund. What will happen is again that money is growing there. That is the worst decision you can do. So here
Okay.
protection is
You
also there, which is alternative for your FD. Again, there is a growth of your money. It will work out 9 to 10% and much more than with the power of compounding.
amazing. Sure, sure.
Yes.
Okay. I believe we have to go back to insurance again because obviously everything
Yes.
is correlated. To be honest, everything is correlated. We cannot say, but obviously, one more question is again related to we have covered, I believe, but we will go through from Kandam Prabhakar that what are the advantage and disadvantage of co-payment option in health insurance?
Yeah, I already simply I covered that, but again I want to, because
Yeah.
I has asked the question, I want to answer
Yeah.
it. See, co-payment means you have to pay something from your pocket.
Yeah.
So if there is an option, if it is no co-payment means of course you need not to pay. Maybe 90-98% also you can cover entire, because I have
Okay.
given a lot of insurances pay where the people, where people got 3.5 lakh rupees claim and they have to pay only 1,500 rupees from their pocket. That is non-payable items anyway, that is not covered. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
some companies, a lot of non-payable items are not covered. In some companies, they will cover maximum of the non-payable items on only few of the things. For example, if I can give syringe, gloves, because that is all things which is not coming under
Mhm.
consumable items. Like then, what you can say that admission charges, telephone charges or food if you are eating from the and that bill will be included in your hospital bill. Normally these are
Okay.
the bills which will not cover with any of the companies and all. Okay.
Okay.
So that is always try to get a policy which is giving you without these restrictions, without co-payment. Yeah.
Okay. Believe I believe that's all. There is no more question from them. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for all this question. I have one more question. Obviously, while I was exploring you about the insurance sector and the money management aspect, I stumbled upon you, and also about the book. Okay, so you have written a book. So why don't you give us a glimpse of the book that you have written,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
why
covered.
should I? And yeah, do you have that with you? Please share.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Okay. So this is a book, Ensure to Secure.
Ensure to
Uh,
secure.
yeah,
Amazing.
which was published on and which was launched on like September 21st last year. The reason of writing this is, one, I wanted to be an author, and
Okay.
second one, at that time I thought, what book I have to write, okay, because
Okay.
I have 15 years of experience in this insurance industry and personal finance industry. So when I started my journey until now, I've seen the people, like when I'm meeting a people to plan for their finances and all. I've seen that people are having a lot of insurances which is unwanted. People are not aware about the actual things which they have to know. People are having some misconceptions. So all those things about insurance, because when I say the financial planning, very first thing which I tell them to go for an emergency fund, and second one is insurance, because that's the
Okay.
first thing which you have to protect your existing wealth. So what I covered is how to build a wealth and freedom. Okay. Now wealth
Okay.
means why? Because you have to protect your wealth and you have to start in accumulating that wealth. Because otherwise, you see, there is, you may take me, you may be Vivek, you may be knowing, you are working since quite a long time. To earn
Mm.
10 lakh rupees, you may require maybe, like, in the sense to save 10 lakh rupees. Okay, I'm not saying that you may earn 10 lakh rupees, but of course you may save hardly 10%, 20% after spending all the expenses, debt, everything and all. And to accumulate that 10 lakh rupees, you may require maybe a 5 year or 10 year, right? But one small hospitalization, the loan which you have not completed, or if there is an unforeseen situation, one mistake, it will take away entire of your work. Entire.
Right.
Maybe a 10
Right.
lakh which you have created. How much time it requires? Just a one mistake
Just
or
one element.
one instance. Okay. That
Yeah.
is what I've seen. And I've seen people sold their house for the cancer treatment, and they are living in a rented
Okay.
property. People didn't had insurance, and they spent more than 33 lakh for one bill, which is a liver transplant. One
Yeah.
bill. Imagine. And some
Okay.
people came together, collected money, CSR money, and they funded them. My question: do you really have such kind of a community where they can help you out? If not, where are you going? At that time, your family is in mess up, like they are like in hurry to take the person to the hospital and do that. And if they don't have money, even hospitals will not enter you to for
Right.
the
Right.
admission. Now, tell me, if there is an emergency, whether they have to keep the body or like the person there, whether they have to run around to take a money from others to pay the bill or do the things, even if they are that with that person in the hospitalization, their mind is roaming around and they're just thinking, okay, they cannot even take care of the person. They have to just think of from where I have to arrange money, from what I have to keep as a like a mortgage, or like what are the things, whether
Yeah.
people can believe me, whether people can take, give me your money, all these things they are thinking. So I saw that, and especially during COVID, I've seen that people are who are intelligent, who are like highly professionals, who had a very good job, they lost a lot of money. Even I am in BNI, one of my BNI member, he told me, Maria, I was knowing about insurance. I had 5 lakh insurance, which was taken from my like wife's corporate, and I thought that that is
Okay.
sufficient. But unfortunately, on the same day, like his dad got hospitalized, his mom got hospitalized, they got hospitalized, and entire 15 days they were there. Their total bill was 28 lakh rupees, and they got how much? Only 5 lakh rupees. 23 lakh rupees he spent. He's a
Of deficit.
businessman. Do you think it is easy for him to make money? No. Now to get that 23 lakh, how much he has to buy? And at that time, all the businesses shut down. So then I thought, okay, these are the things which I have to cover. I have to tell the people what are the wrong things which they are doing. And I wanted to cover like what is do and what is don't in every particular insurance. And along with that, there are a
Sure.
lot of people who are misguiding people with a like intention of getting more commission or something like that. So I wanted to create an insurance advisor or like financial advisors where people can guide them properly, and they can also build a wealth for themselves by giving the right knowledge to the people, by giving the right literacy to the people, and helping the families literally secure their families. And they can do impact a lot with the people. So that is the reason I thought that it is both for individual customers, it is both for the advisors as well. So how
Okay.
they can impact more to the people's life. So that is the reason I came up with Insure to Secure. I really love this book, and a lot of books sold actually in the physical event and as well as in Amazon. I request
Okay.
if you don't want to listen anyone, like just go and have a look, and it is just costing 399 rupees. You just go have a look and like understand, because it is, you may spend like 5 minutes sorry, not 5 minutes, like it may take like 7 to 8 hours just to complete the book, but that will come
Okay.
for your lifetime. So that is what I
Sure.
request. We will put a link also in the description. They can go and buy it later.
Amazing. So it is available on Amazon and
Yes.
everybody can download. Okay.
Yes.
Amazing. 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 So thank you so much again for taking your time and sharing your 15 years plus experience. And yeah, that is really great. And on top of that, like there is one more thing. Like obviously, people. I personally believe in the motivation factor. I personally believe what drives you to. And so, do you mind if I ask you what is your mission for this? Obviously, everybody sets their plan on the 1st of January, but for finance professional, it's the financial year. So for you, your financial year is coming. And what's your mission and plan for the next financial year? It's very specific to you as a finance professional.
Okay,
But yeah,
thank you.
what's your mission? And yeah,
Thank you so much, Vivek, for asking that question. See, even though I have 15 years of experience in personal finance, I literally saw people who were struggling, like those who had money, those who are highly
right.
professional, those who are highly qualified, and those who are having a very big position in the companies. Okay, because they are busy, they don't have time actually. And
Okay.
COVID time was the turning point in my life. I was working with one NGO at that time, and all business, even I was an entrepreneur, I was doing multiple businesses at that time, and all businesses started shutting down because you know the COVID time. And I was thinking, what should I do? Okay. At that time, one of my mentors told me, Maria, you are good at teaching, because I was a government teacher. I left my
Okay.
government job, I resigned my government job, and I was into this business. So he said, see, anyway, you are passionate about teaching. Okay, why can't
Mm.
you teach about personal finance to the people so that people can aware about that? And I went to Kuwait last time, and I've given couple of sessions over Zoom for Bahrain and other countries and all. People are, after completing the session, they told me one thing: Maria, why didn't you come in my life 10 years back? That
Okay.
really touched me. Okay, and I thought,
Yeah.
what should I do to the people so that they can feel that okay, it is never too late, at least I can start
Right.
now. So for all the
Right.
working, and my mission is to help 1 million people to build a strong financial foundation for their families, so that they can live a abundant peaceful life, and without any worries about personal without any worries about money. So that is my mission. I want to reach 1 million people. I definitely want your help. And like, there are a lot of people like who are influencers and all, such kind of a people where they have a lot of communities and all. I'm ready to help them by giving my
Sure.
knowledge. It is not only insurance. It's about maybe a investment or like other kind of a thing, how to do their personal finance, how to manage money, all other things, or how to think about money. That is the main broad block for many of the people. They say that mindset is a broad block. Okay, because that is not their fault, that which has come up from their childhood and their surrounding, but we can change, we can help them to change that one. So in this case, like my mission, as I said, that is my mission. And what is the plan? So I have quite 2 to 3 plans. Is it okay if I
Okay.
share about that?
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay. So the first plan which I have for high net worth individual, a busy working professionals and NRIs, where they don't have time. Okay, they just want a quick solution. They wanted to do their financial planning in a professional way. So for them, I'm offering my financial planning, my diamond membership. So there I'm giving a pre-financial planning for them. The diamond membership is
Okay.
having a membership that is that is the price
Okay.
is there for that. We will do an insurance analysis of their existing insurance. They may be having couple of, like, I was doing financial planning of one person. Like I saw that 10 to 15 policies are there, and all
Okay.
have taken on his son's name, not on his name. All have taken
Okay.
on his son's name. Now it is very curious. 15 policies on son's name and not a one or two endowment plans on his name. Now, who is having a more threat for their life? So that is very important. So I'll do a insurance analysis. You may be having 20 plans, no problem. I'll do the analysis and I'll tell whether you can stop, whether you can surrender, whether you can continue. And I'll do the investment analysis also. That is one type of a program for the busy working professionals. And second thing is for the, I saw one problem there. Maybe you also have had a problem. I hope so. If imagine Vivek, if you would have got the financial education in your school and college days, how would be your life? Tell me, how would be your life?
Obviously, like I would have planned everything from my college days itself. See, the basic funda is not to earn more money, but the basic funda is to earn more than your expenses. Then only it will be profitable.
Correct.
So,
So, yeah, that is what I planned. That is what we missed. Okay, we missed the bus, no problem.
yeah,
But the huge population, the younger generation, which they are waiting, and if they go and ask the parents, they doesn't even know. And how if they go and ask the teachers doesn't even know. They are poor. That they may be teaching, they may be good in one
yeah,
subject. But Robert Kiyosaki's book, maybe you have heard, right? Rich Dad and Poor
yeah,
Dad.
yeah,
Has
yeah,
explained very well there. Maybe teachers are good in their own subject, but when it comes to money, they doesn't even know how to manage their money. I'm not
right.
blaming anyone. Like quite a great bunch, that bunch of people, the lecturers, professors, and all, they doesn't even know about anything about money. So my mission is to give them financial education, financial literacy to the young generation, which may be about 15 to 25, because others they are earning and they may be having that knowledge. So I'm concentrating on all the colleges, all the any stream it may be. Like if the administration, their administration department or like others are very much interested to give a financial education for them, I'm very happy to give that financial education to them. So I already have a courses and I want to offer that courses to that younger generation. And along with that, we are offering passive sources of income as well for them in this younger generation as well. So I already posted a link for job post for that college ambassadors in my LinkedIn. They can go and check it out in my LinkedIn
Okay.
and they can apply for that as an internship. Okay. The next one, I know that for the general public and my existing members, there are a lot of people are there. So I wanted to do a new way, like from April onwards. That is every month I'm conducting 4 sessions. That means every week one
Okay.
session with some action plans. So 4 different topics and 4 different concepts which can cover an entire thing. I'm not saying that comprehensive, but the basic thing which giving a financial education to them. Every month we are conducting same program in different weeks. So that is what I'm sharing the link as well in our like description. So that's the 1 month
Okay.
where they can in 1 month they can have a knowledge, they can implement, and they can start their journey freshly. So that is what I'm doing. That is the next. These are the quite plans, some plans which I have for 2024 and 25. The intention is make India are financially literate. Today, only 27% of Indians are financially literate. I know more than 75% people are literate, but financial
Okay.
literacy take it is only 27%. I want to increase the gap, in the sense, fill the gap and increase the number of 27 to more. So that is my
Okay.
contribution which I wanted to give as a teacher, as a educator, as a financial planner or financial wellness specialist to the people.
Perfect, perfect. And I believe I'll be in a position to somehow help you scale as well, because my thing is growth as well as scaling up. So
Yes.
yeah, definitely. Whatever that is possible, we will definitely do together
Yes.
and we will scale it up.
You to collaborate with you, by the way.
Amazing. Yeah, that's the same thing. The more learnings that I have, the health inflation aspect and so many things were there. Even the calculation aspect,
Yes,
the how much I have to get the insurance. That is really amazing. And that's really required by millions of people in India as well. Because if they are undervaluing their term insurance, then they can't even plan after that. Nobody can plan after their death, right? So they have to do
correct,
it right before that.
correct.
Thank you
Even the
so
health
much for
insurance
all the insights,
are,
man.
we are under insured. My request to everyone, please take a
Yeah.
adequate coverage. See the no claim bonus, whether you are getting, there are some
Yeah.
companies offering 600% no claim bonus, So
Okay.
it should be like always it's increasing. There are a lot of other things. So please check out with your waiting period. So many people will mislead the people. They will say that don't disclose that, don't disclose this, and all like. So it's very important that you have to disclose everything to the company so that when the claim comes, you have to get properly that coverage because you paid that money, right? We are not wishing to you
Yeah.
how to claim it because, as I said, it is going for a charity. Just imagine like that. But what if something happens? You have to get a claim because you paid that. And what we
Yeah.
do normally, like we have a direct connection because of the I'm a member of Premier Club, so I have a direct connection with the underwriters, operation team, and all the things. Like we will get it done in a very faster way because I've seen that, as I said, like earlier, the Kuwait lady came as soon as she provided everything within 2 days, the money was in her bank. So the very important here, see, many people will go to online. I'm not saying that going online is like wrong, but are you getting a right advice or are you getting a
Yeah.
right suggestions? Because I have seen the same people when I was advised from like online portal. I don't want to mention any of the online portal. Some are good, some are not good. So they will just for the sake of sales pressure, like what they will do is they will just put that and say that okay, you will get this plan. But of course they will not get. And some people are not saying the waiting period, everything, and they got the claim. And
Okay.
when it claim comes, like they will just call number o the babo, number a the babo. Like you cannot even concentrate. If you have one person who is dedicated for you, especially when it comes to insurance part.
Mhm.
I'm not saying about other when it comes to, so there are some person who can take care of you, who can immediately respond you. Okay, that is the person like you have to find out. Go with the known people. If you are not finding anyone, like you can come us anytime. Our team is there. We are helping you out to give a comparative analysis and comparative quotation from the different company, and we are guiding we are all professionals are there, like we are guiding you in the right way by asking everything. The first thing what I do is whenever somebody come for a court, first we will ask what is the deficiency or what are the other things which we have to tell the company, and then based on that we are giving a what is that we can say that personalized report. So that is what it is important. So and some things they are they are not I'm not saying about disclosing, they are not showing. There are so many riders are there, they will just hide the riders, which is really important. And they will say that they will show
Okay.
this is a less premium. People say that okay, I have to go here because I'm getting less premium. It may be 5% less, but what about service? So you just go with those person who can really help you out, and we are always ready to help our community. We are ready to help
Yeah.
our like all the people, all the audience which you wanted to take a help from us, and we are ready to help.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for each and every aspect. To be honest, every single minute and every single sentence that you have said was pretty much insightful. And I believe all of our audience may have like got a good insight and they may have learned something completely new and their life may change. So on top of your mission, things will be fine. Thank you so
Yes.
much for all your time and thank you so much for all your knowledge. And thank you so much for everyone for staying us with us.
Okay, thank you, Vivek, for taking out your time and
Sure.
asking all these questions. And definitely, I can say that it is not your question. It is a question from the people as well. Maybe they may be
Yeah.
present or they may watch it little later. No problem. But
Okay.
these are the questions what people have actually. Because when I go and give the sessions there, these are the same questions people are asking. Okay, so I
Yeah.
know that it will definitely reach more people, and not only reaching, it is helping many more people. If anybody has not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe and share this to maximum number of people so that they can also get the financial literacy and they can secure. My mission is to secure their wealth, whatever they have, and create the wealth for their longer dreams and everything, and live a peaceful, abundant life without any financial worries.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you. Bye bye.